Good morning. Morning. Welcome and thank you for joining us for the 2024 City of Goodyear's State of the City. 2023 was a great year in Goodyear, and we are so excited to share with you some of the amazing highlights that have happened in our city and also our vision for what's to come in 2024 and beyond as we focus on the theme of working together to do more. We are honored to have many important community partners here with us today. On behalf of Goodyear Mayor Pizzillo and our council, Vice Mayor Laura Cano, Council Members Sherry Loretano, Wally Campbell, Bill Stipp, Brandon Hampton, and Vicki Gillis, I'd like to recognize our esteemed regional elected officials at this time. Please turn your attention to the names on the screen and stand if you are an elected official. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. We also would like to welcome everyone watching via our live stream, and we appreciate you joining us for this special occasion. At this time, could everyone please rise for our Pledge of Allegiance that will be led by our Goodyear Youth Commissioners.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Youth Commissioners, for leading us in the pledge and your great contributions to our city. Everyone can please sit. Thank you. And now for a few opening remarks. It is my honor and privilege to welcome the Mayor of Goodyear, Joe Pizzillo.
Whoever put this on with staff, thank you. You know, as they mentioned, working together, none of this gets done with great staff. And I want to thank them from the bottom of my heart, all who had anything to do with putting this event on. And I truly mean that. Second thing is my assistant, Rosalva Zimmerman, does everything she can to keep me on the straight and narrow. All right, some days it's quite a challenge, but she does do her best, and thank you, Rosalba. Good morning, and thank you all for being here. I'm very pleased to see how many great partners around these tables because your presence really underscores our theme of working together to do more. I am always quick to point out that nothing gets done in a vacuum. The success of this city and our region is due to partnerships and teamwork. We can do far more together than with us going alone. I truly believe that. We have a great internal team at the city, and although I am as mayor, your council right out here in the public eye and work in the city to accomplish all with the staff. We have an excellent leadership team, and our workforce is dedicated to serving this community with enthusiasm and excellence. At nearly 112,000 in population, we're ranked 11th out of the 15th fastest growing cities in our nation, and we are on the pace to continue to grow. As you may have heard, we have some great announcements recently for new businesses close to the city of Goodyear. There have been some talk of a popular beaver coming. Anybody hear about that? And we are excited to have Winco break ground to break a much-needed additional grocery store to our city. We have a variety of great eateries coming, some like Distillery, Copper and Sage, Gastropub, The Yard Milkshake, already going vertical, opening later this year. Others like High Tide Seafood Grill, Over Easy, and the White Castle have just broken ground and will open later. Still working on Harold or Coomer, but we'll see if that one will come for our breaking. These are just a few of the new businesses coming to Goodyear. I sometimes feel as if there's to pinch myself as I learn of the great dining, shopping, and entertaining option that will announce in the coming months. Last year, 2,035 jobs were created locally. Being able to bring good-paying jobs to Goodyear has been a focus of ours. In fiscal 2023, a total of 41 new businesses opened, and this year we have at least that many more already lined up. We love being able to save our residents a drive to other parts of the valley. Includes Buckeye there, right? Yeah, I know. And we believe that improves their quality of life when they have more time for their family and leisure activities instead of sitting on the parking lot we call Interstate 10, which I think some of you ran across on their way in here. We made great progress last year in improving important services for our residents, such as the expansion of our police operations center, opening another fire station, widening key roadways, and hiring more staff, increasing responsiveness to the needs of our residents. Through it all, we have connected with many partners to accomplish the important work of the city. We've made some significant investments in public safety this year and completion of a second phase of our public operations building and opening a new fire station in West Goodyear. We know we can do more when we collaborate with others to get things done. So we are happy to explore innovative ideas with those who share our goals. We forge partnerships to enhance services such as our We Ride micro system, and that has been a very popular service here in the city, which is a collaborative effort with the cities of Avondale and Surprise. One of the most recent developments is our partnership with Alice Cooper Solid Rock Teen Center, which we'll hear more about in a bit. As I speak with residents, I hear their concerns about water, new development in the city, and traffic. These are issues that our growing cities throughout the valley are facing, and this council are committed to reaching the best solutions to address the issue. We are very grateful to the robust partnerships we have across this West Valley with our region, cities, and wide variety of community stakeholders. And I would like to say, from the West Valley standpoint, us West Valley mayors work very well together for a common goal to make sure West Valley strives. Together, we are seeking reasonable solutions to issues that faces our communities, and we've had opportunities to meet with Governor Hobbs to tackle these challenges. Let us take a look at the monitor for a brief message that the governor has left us. Thank you.
Mayor Pizzillo, City Council members, school board administrators, business leaders, and residents of Goodyear. Although I could not be there to join you for this year's State of the City in person, I wanted to make sure I had the chance to celebrate all that we've done together and all that we will do this upcoming year. Arizona's business environment is booming, and Goodyear has become a critical part of our economic ecosystem. From manufacturing and industrial facilities to thriving new restaurants and cultural centers, you all are showing the rest of the state and country what it looks like to leverage every opportunity to move our state forward. With this legislative session officially underway, I'm excited to continue working alongside each and every one of you to ensure Goodyear remains strong. You should all be proud of what you have done for your residents, and congratulations on an amazing state of the city.
Thank you, Governor Hobbs, for those remarks, and we deeply appreciate your partnership. Mayor Pizzillo, teamwork and collaboration is what drives us every day in Goodyear. It takes everyone working together to provide the type of quality of life that we pride ourselves on here in Goodyear. Please turn your attention now to the screens, and let's hear more from Mayor Pizzillo about these partnerships and how they have 2024 poised to be an amazing year in our city.
We are a team here at Goodyear. It's not just one person. We have had a great team from management to the employees to the volunteers to your council. That's what I think is one of the greatest advantages of this city. We've got a great working council. We've got great working staff, all trying to work for the betterment of this community. To me, our first responsibility is the health and wellness of our community, and public safety will always be number one. We've been able to hire new police officers, and we've got a new fire station that's about to be open. So again, that's a top priority in the city. Developing downtown Goodyear is the most exciting thing for me, and I think for this community, as we start to see some of the events we've had already out here in the park. It's been awesome. The thousands of people that have showed up. Now we actually have a gathering place. You know, when I first came here to the city as an employee in '97 and on council in '09, we had no gathering places, none, zero. Now we have two. We have a great rec center, and we have here at Civic Square. Globe Corporation are taking the lead on making sure all this stuff gets developed. And I'm very proud we've got the right partners in place to deliver what our vision is for the city. All that mixed use and entertainment and housing and restaurants, et cetera, that's coming. I think this is going to be a great place for the city. And I'm really looking forward to that. In fact, if you come out here now, you're going to see buildings already starting to go up. I'm really excited about how we're building this downtown. We're all pushing to bring the quality and the quantity of the type of restaurants you want. And again, that's been one of my priorities, to try to bring the amenities here that our residents want. We know through our various surveys that we receive from you what you would like to see here, and I'm working hard every day with our developers to try to convince those businesses to locate in Goodyear. And everybody underestimates us. You bring the businesses here to the city, they make them too small, and eventually you have to update them because of the demand out here. We are a business-friendly environment. We try our best to create an environment where it makes it easier for businesses to come and flourish. Being one of the fastest growing cities, I think our biggest challenge is to manage growth. So I know transportation is a key, so we also got the new transportation master plan. We've got the bond that was just adopted, and I want to thank the residents for voting for those bonds, because that's going to help us start making some major improvements on some of our roads to get this traffic moving through here. We're a growing city. We've got growing pains. Obviously, this is going on right now, and that's some of our biggest challenge. But you have my commitment. I'm going to work very hard to try to keep us so that it's a great place to work, live, and raise a family. It takes a great partnership. It takes a great team. None of this works in a vacuum. That's what I don't like when I hear the word I. There's no I in a team. There's no I in anything that we do. If we're not all rowing in the same direction here at the city or on the West Valley, we won't get what we want. And that's why partnerships are so critical. And right now, the West Valley is where things are happening. West Valley is where we are growing. So we don't want to be antagonistic, because whatever happens in Buckeye, whatever happens in Avondale or Surprise benefits the whole West Side, not just us. Our greatest partnership is our residents, because anytime we want to do a regional update of our master plans, they've been involved. So that's what I'm really most proud about, is our residents and our volunteers that contribute to that. We've got one of the greatest communities. Volunteerism, our community, our culture, and this community, I put second to none. Goodyear is a great place to be, and it's a great time to be in Goodyear. Very proud and honored to be the mayor of this city.
Good morning, Mayor. Good morning, everyone. It was so great to hear your vision a little bit earlier, Mayor, but this gives us an opportunity to talk more in depth about some of your vision and priorities for the next year. But first, I want to start with the theme of this year's State of the City. It's collaboration. It's working together. Why did you choose that? Why is that so important to you, Mayor?
Well, you know, one of the things I'm really proud of, and I mentioned the volunteers, but our city council, you know, we are a strong working group, you know, and without that, you know, you hear in the valley where areas don't necessarily get along or don't work, and sometimes we don't always agree, but it's always professional, and everybody on our council wants to do the best for their citizens. So again, you know, like I say, there's no I in team. And the reason why I stress that is because with our city council, our city management, and our employees, that's why we're as successful as we are. It's not just one person.
And let's talk about the state of our city. We've seen the valley grow over the years, a lot of growth in different parts of the valley, but so much has happened in the West Valley in recent years. Talk about that, Mayor, and what about Goodyear? What makes Goodyear so special?
Well, you know, one of the things is I think, again, I go back to the team, no I in team, but also we work very hard to make sure we're business friendly, number one. And, you know, I hear all the time out there when there's a development or business, they don't like to work in an environment where there's contention, where people are arguing with each other and fighting with each other. We don't have that. So they come here and we try to make an environment so that they flourish. And I'm so proud of what we're doing with our downtown right now. That's the vision I'd like to see complete, where we're going to have more quality restaurants. And, you know, I hear all the time out there, you know, our growth with apartments, whatever. But, you know, retail follows rooftops. If you want what you want in the city, especially for like High Tide, which is a top-notch seafood place that's coming, White Table, they don't come without the growth, without the count, and without the population. So again, this is all ties into each other. And I'm really looking forward to when we're done, some of the amenities that we're going to have. And again, it's going to be quality.
And I'm glad you mentioned that. I think we talk a lot about the growing pains that happens in, I would think, every community at some point, but I think it's really unique to Goodyear right now. I mean, we're the 9th fastest growing city in the nation. But with that does come those growing pains as you transition from the past to the present to the future. Talk about some of those challenges, Mayor, that you think we might encounter, not only now, but in the future, and how we deal with that.
Well, first of all, traffic is number one, and obviously public safety is always number one on our thing. We're going to ensure the health and safety of our public is always number one. But with traffic, you know, we had the bond pass, and we have several $1 million in our capital budget to try to improve the roads. Typically what happens with scallop streets is developers come in and they do their half-street improvements. And what we've done is we've put money up front to take those improvements so you don't have roads going 3 lanes, 2 lanes, 3 lanes, 2 lanes, so we can try to get traffic moving through a little quicker. So we've got money for that. And also, when we talk about signalization, we're trying to figure out a way to move the traffic through the city a little smoother as we grow. So those are all things that all the council's committed to do, and it's all part of our strategic plan. And again, these aren't easy, but I think this council, staff, and our management's all up to the challenge.
Okay, so let's talk about 2024. It's hard to believe we're here. We've been through so much over the last several years. What is your outlook for 2024, and what's a priority for not only you but our city council?
Well, in 2024, it may be a little early for the Beaver to show up, but again, that's one of the big things. I'm hoping that Buc-ee's ends up coming. I don't know if it'll be a year, but I really love to see, and I think we're on track for that downtown to see more buildings, more entertainment, more quality stores popping up, and that's kind of the vision coming through. And I'm also hoping at the same time traffic flows, and a plug for, what's it, 400E, I think it is, whatever it is on the half a cent. We need that, otherwise your 10 is going to be a bigger parking lot than what it is right now.
And I don't know if the stars just aligned for something else that is happening this year that's very exciting for Goodyear. I know you're very excited about this, not only because you're a rock and roll fan, but we do have, if you haven't heard, Alice Cooper's Solid Rock Teen Center coming to Goodyear this year. I know you are thrilled about it. Yes, so are we. Before we get into that, Mayor, let's take a look. I know you and Alice Cooper recently had a moment together, and so we'll take a look at that real quick.
Well, I'm Alice Cooper, and I'm here with the mayor. We're really excited about opening Solid Rock, our third one. We have Phoenix and Mesa and now Goodyear. And, you know, we're just really excited about getting over on that side of town.
You know, I'm pumped, to be honest with you. The music that you guys play, the kids, I'm really big on making sure the kids have an opportunity to grow. And I really believe you coming out on the West Valley is going to put us on the map. Like I said, I've seen your kids perform at many events, and very talented. And the fact they have an opportunity to expand their abilities, I think is going to be fantastic in the city of Goodyear.
This is dedicated totally to the arts.
I know with the kids out here in the West Valley, some of them would never have a chance.
That's right.
Without your organization.
Hopefully when they come into Solid Rock, they find that identity. Maybe they're dancers, maybe they're photographers, maybe they're artists, maybe they're songwriters, maybe they just love working in the studio. You know, but every kid's got talent. And we're just trying to find and mine that talent and say, this is what, because once they find it, then they really go for it, you know. And to me, that's really the most important thing.
I'm really looking forward to all of this, what you're bringing here to the city. I think it's going to be an excellent asset to the city of Goodyear. The fact that you're going to bring these kids and allow them to nurture and grow to where they need to be. And I'm a big proponent of giving our kids a chance to go. And you're going to find out in Goodyear itself, anything that deals that we can promote a community atmosphere out here, I'm all in.
That's great.
And you're a great proponent of that,
well,
and getting these kids to. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for bringing this to us.
That's great, and we really thank you, and we really cannot wait to get this place open. And you know, when I first met him, I went, okay, good, we're in good hands now, you know, because I had not met you before.
No.
And when we started talking about the West Side, we realized we were both West Side guys. Right. And so, you know, it's a natural fit. Right. It's going to be great.
Yes, and again, thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Well, thank you.
I know you are so thrilled about this, Mayor, and the kids in Goodyear is so near and dear to your heart. Your reaction to this exciting center coming to Goodyear?
Well, I'm stoked, number one, because the music that these kids play were probably, they weren't even born with the music they play. I'm a classic rock kind of guy, okay? And when I see them play a little Led Zeppelin or maybe even a little Ozzy going on out there, they do a fantastic job. But the point I love about it is they just don't do the music. There's kids that may be bullied. There's kids that may have issues in school. They feel comfortable among this environment here. They can come, they can settle, and I think it's going to be great for the community, and it's going to be great for some kids that would never have that opportunity to explore their skill sets. And, you know, and I'm hoping even, I've got a granddaughter who sings, and I've got one who dances that will probably end up visiting this place as well. But I tell you, Alice, when I met him, he's one of the nicest guys you'd ever want to meet. He really is. He's one of the nicest guys you ever want to meet. And I'm really hoping for major success when this comes here. And I'm really looking forward to when we do the ribbon cutting. Hopefully we'll have enough space for the party. But other than that, I'm really looking forward to this.
It's going to be a big party. So that's an announcement that was really exciting. And it seems like we've got an announcement almost every other week here in Goodyear. In 2023, we had over 41 businesses that we helped announce, over 2,000 jobs in Goodyear in 2023 alone. What does that mean for our city in terms of, are we in our prime now, or is there still more room to go?
No, we're just at the beginning right now. And like I say, I'm trying to make some of the things that we push and this council push to get these amenities, because we hear that all the time out there. But people got to remember, rooftops follow the density, okay? I mean, excuse me, I got back. Retail follows the rooftop. So as this stuff grows, and again, that's what's going to grow this community. And you haven't seen anything yet. When you look to see where this downtown's going to be, you haven't seen anything yet.
What is it like for you, Mayor, to say that you are here in a time when we're doing so much, building our new downtown, the heart of the city, really a central gathering spot for our community that was not here before. Not a lot of mayors can say they've been through that, part of building a city hall. What is that like for you? And especially when you kind of look back as your time as mayor at some point.
Well, you know, again, there's no I in team. Thank God to this great council we have and the staff we have to pull this off. But I'm so excited because you're right. We're at a time where we're building things that we've never had before. And we're trying to bring to fruition what our residents want. And I know in the growing pains that we have, there's issues out there. But, I hear so much positive out there. And anybody knows me, I'm out in the community. I'm a people person. I love to interact out there. I'm everywhere, whether it's in the schools, reading to the kids, or in the schools, building partnerships when Alice Cooper comes to make sure we have ways of getting them there. So, again, I love the challenge. I'm having a blast, actually. And I love working with our mayors in the West Valley, making sure that the West Valley is the place that everybody's going to be coming to. And I think that's what you're going to see. I think out here in the West Valley, it's going to be our turn, coming out here in the West Valley. And it is our turn, and we're on the track to do that right now.
And before we wrap up, I'm glad you mentioned the residents. We cannot forget about the residents, especially our Goodyear residents are very special. They're very engaged, whether they have something positive to say or maybe challenge the city a little bit and say, hey, we want more of this. You can do better in this area. I know you are always listening to our residents, and they're very important to you. Why does that matter to you and the council?
Well, to me, my tagline is always, we're just not bunch of neighborhoods, because there's a lot of different developments to here. We are actually community. So whenever we need anything as a volunteer, the best example I can say is in 2008 when the Great Recession hit. We didn't have money to fund the ballpark staff, the ones taking you to your seats, all volunteers. City staff, our residents stepped up and stepped in. They're the ones cleaning off the seats. They're the ones taking you to your seat. They still do that today. When we're looking at anything here in the city, volunteerism is really big. And that's what I truly love about the city, whether it's Make a Difference Day, whether it's our commission, or whether it's our students stepping up, during Make a Difference Day. I was amazed. We had over 200 young people at Make a Difference Day that stepped up and worked hard in the community itself, to make it better. So I'm so proud of our residents because, again, when we need something, whether it's dealing with a commission, whether it's dealing with any of our, traffic, dealing with some of our master plans, they're all citizens-driven committees. And that's why I think we're the success, because we get our citizens involved and we get input. So, again, I can't think of any better place that I would rather be than, and so honored to be the mayor of the city.
Well, I can't tell you how much that, not just for me, but and the residents, but our city staff is just so appreciative of your leadership, Mayor, and your appreciation for what the team does. Mayor often stops by just kind of strolling through City Hall. He'll pop in unannounced to a meeting and say hey and say thank you. It doesn't always, it always comes with a thank you is what I'm trying to say. So we appreciate your leadership and appreciate the leadership of the City Council. And I know there's so much more ahead for Goodyear. We always say it's a great time to be in Goodyear, not
Right.
just a tagline.
No, it's not. It is a great time. And again, it's a team effort. And that's the first thing I'm always mentioning when I'm out there. It's not a one-person job. Team, council, staff, our residents that step up, it's all a team effort. So again, that's why it's such a great time to be in Goodyear.
Thank you, Mayor. Before we go, when are you and Alice playing golf together?
I don't know. It won't be me. Trust me. I gave it up when I started hitting too many houses, and Councilmember Stipp knows how that goes with me, okay? So what I do is I've got something set up. I've got a 13-year-old granddaughter who can shoot in the 70s. So she's going to play with them.
Nice.
Okay? Not me, because I don't want to embarrass myself. No,
Okay,
no.
okay. We won't put you out there.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Mayor.
You're welcome.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mayor and Tammy, for that insightful conversation. A 13-year-old shooting in the 70s? Wow, good. Watch out for that one right there, Mayor. Like many of our Goodyear leaders, Mayor Pizzillo is passionate when it comes to serving our community and recognizing the work being done in Goodyear. Our city is filled with residents, individuals, organizations, and businesses that are helping each day to make Goodyear a great place to live, work, and play. It's with this in mind that we would now like to present our Citizens of the Year Awards. First up are two very special individuals who were charged with a very important task: to lead the efforts in our most recent bond election, helping to educate their fellow residents on the importance of casting their vote and taking ownership on the future of their community. The civic engagement of these two individuals demonstrates what it means to partner together for the betterment of the city.
We're just representatives, but it's nice to be acknowledged.
It's really an honor to be, nominated, and we're humbled by that, but it was absolutely a team.
The charge to determine whether we should bond, and if we bond, how much, and then what we should bond for. And that process started in early. They appointed 13 residents, all parts of the community, very diverse group.
Having living here and being part of the fabric of our community is very important.
Everybody who came into that room was committed and focused.
It was really neat to see it from the start till the end, and from knocking on the doors, talking to your neighbor.
We had an opportunity to engage the community, to promote the bonds, to educate them in terms of what they were for, why we needed them.
The efforts of the committee to really, sell their time away from their family because it mattered. Tremendous amount of work and effort from everyone to make, the vision a reality for the community.
I don't know if anybody on the committee or in the political action committee would have said that we would have got the response we had. And so kudos to the residents of Goodyear who saw the need for these investments and is willing to pay for these investments.
I think it's important we teach civic engagement, and being part of your community you live in is extremely important. And I think leading by example is important as well.
It felt really good to work with my neighbors in doing that.
It's been 20 years, I believe, since we were out to bond in our community, and it's 20 years from now, I think, that next bond committee will look back and look at these seeds that were planted, and they will be able to benefit.
Mayor, if you could please come up on stage as you are joined by John Cox and Joe Hester for the reading of your proclamation.
There you go. Hey, come on. Right over here. Whereas John Cox and Joe Hester have demonstrated tremendous dedication to the city of Goodyear, and their service has positively impacted our community, and whereas John served as the chair and Joe the vice chair of the Citizens Bond Committee, where they guided the committee through 11 weeks of education and discussion, leading to a recommendation that the City Council use as the basis for calling an election that was held on November 23rd, and whereas their efforts to unite a group of volunteers of a common good amplifies the city's core values of empathy, optimism, adaptability, and initiative, and whereas John and Joe were instrumental in the passage of the 3 ballot questions that resulted in vote authorization for $232 million of future city infrastructure, and whereas combined they selfishly contributed hundreds of hours of volunteering with enthusiasm and used their knowledge and expertise to benefit our community, and whereas John and Joe engaged in the city's committee process, the time they took to learn about the capital needs of the city, and their efforts in the community helped to ensure the city's success bond election, and whereas John and Joe are the invaluable asset to our city, and their contributions made Goodyear a better place. Now, therefore, be it resolved that I, Joe Pizzillo, Mayor of Goodyear, Arizona, do hereby proclaim John Cox and Joe Hester as the 2023 Citizens of the Year for their leadership and service in Goodyear community. In witness, therefore, I have set my hand and caused the seal of the City of Goodyear Avenue will be affixed to this 8th day of February 2024. Congratulations, guys. I think he's going to get a shot of this. Have this here. Got it? Well, I tell you what, why don't we turn it around? It looks a little better. We've got a frame one for you, too, and stick around afterwards. We're going to take some shots over here, all right? Okay. Anybody want to say anything? Go ahead.
I just want to say that we're all winners. 66%. Thank you. Appreciate it very much.
I also want to echo John's comments and really thank the city staff, thank our wonderful mayor and all the hard work that went into this bond. I think very important, you know, a bright future here in Goodyear, and I thank you for this opportunity and the absolute incredible commitment to success. Thank you.
Again, after the tradition, thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. We appreciate your dedication and great service to our community. The theme of today's program is working together to do more, and our Corporate Citizen of the Year is the perfect example of that kind of relationship. Amazon is world famous for delivering packages all across the globe, but Amazon is also delivering on what it means to be an engaged community partner right here in Goodyear.
My job at Amazon is to create smile and delight moments. And I'm doing this because I love the work I do, and I get the chance to, at a very local level, make a difference. So having the opportunity in a city like Goodyear, it's up, it's coming, it's growing. To make an impact both on the business level and on the community level, it's a dream come true. Community engagement to Amazon is being present in the community where we work and live. Employees from Goodyear One independently go out into the community and do things to support the community. They clean parks, they support food banks, they support domestic violence victims. They do things in the community that make an actual difference for the citizens of Goodyear. We also support events like the Holiday on the Square. We supported the 4th of July celebrations and the fireworks this year.
Our relationship with the city of Goodyear has continued to grow because of the trust that we earn with our customers, employees, and the community. At Amazon, we'll continue to strive to be both a good neighbor and a great corporate citizen.
Amazon and myself are humbled to receive this award. We do it because it's the right thing to do. But when you get a recognition like this from the mayor of Goodyear and from their council, it just validates all the efforts we're trying to put in to being an effective partner in this community. So it makes us feel incredibly good, and we smile, and like I said, smile and delight moments. That's what we're after.
Another great story of amazing service to our community. I'd now like to ask Dominic Danino and John Pombier to join Mayor Pizzillo on stage.
Whereas Amazon is an American multinational technology company focusing on e-commerce, cloud computing, online advertising, digital streaming, and artificial intelligence. And whereas Amazon has an exceptional community partner since their arrival in Goodyear more than a decade ago and is one of Goodyear's largest employees. And whereas there are 4 facilities within Goodyear to support Amazon's customers' fulfillment network, including their second robotic facility with the state of Arizona, as well as their global security operations office. Amazon has been committed to the community where its employees live and work, especially in the direct support of their needs by helping to fight hunger, and thousands of volunteer hours are served each year at their employee-driven community events. Whereas local leadership and associates from Goodyear host a breakfast bonanza celebration event at the local elementary school and provide that school with a grant to help incorporate breakfast into the school day, allowing all students to get and eat a healthy meal in the classroom. And whereas Amazon donated $30,000 towards enhancing 2 Goodyear special events this past year, the Star Spangled Banner, and was able to prevent a large fireworks show, and the Holiday on Square was able to provide enhanced activities, events, and over 10,000 crafts for the arts, and crafts area for those events. Whereas this consistent generosity of Amazon to the city and the mayor deserve cause throughout the West Valley have inspired meaningful change within the community. Whereas the city has looked forward to our continued relationship with Amazon and thanks that there'll be a commitment to our community. Thank you. I'll put that, the House of Representatives moment there from what's his name?
It's part of that we moment.
That's part of that we moment, thank you. Now, therefore, it be resolved that Joe Pizzillo, Mayor of Goodyear, Arizona, do hereby proclaim the Amazon as the 2023 Corporate Citizen of the Year Witness, therefore, I've set my hand and cause on the seal of the City of Goodyear, Arizona, to be affixed this 8th day of February, 2024. And like I say, my wife's a big supporter of yours. All right, which one of you?
Oh, you guys heard enough from me, man.
You got enough for you?
No.
I don't need anything else from me.
Hi, everyone. My name is Dominic Danino. For the mayor's office and everyone actually in this room as well. So we have a great relationship with our local law enforcement, our FPDD as well. But we're super passionate about scaling our employee experience, scaling our customer experience, and our community as well too. And we couldn't do all three of those without the support of being a great neighbor. So thank you to everyone in this room. Appreciate the recognition, but really more appreciative of all the neighborly partnership we've had. So thank you all. Appreciate it.
Stick around. We're gonna take a shot at you. Okay?
Thank you, Amazon. We appreciate your partnership. Now, let's introduce a new category this year, our Goodyear Youth of the Year. Goodyear is lucky to have a community full of bright and talented young people, but one student this year stood out among the rest. She has been awarded and honored numerous times for her work in and out of the classroom, is an active participant in clubs and activities, and she does it all while maintaining a 5.2 GPA. Meet Canyon View High School's Hannah Mack, the first ever Goodyear Youth of the Year.
The thing about Hannah that really stands out is she's got such a dynamic experience in life, and she continues to stay involved in so many different activities. And I know as a teacher how remarkable what she's accomplished is. I love that she's a native of Goodyear and just represents all of the great things about Goodyear. That's truly something to be recognized.
It made me feel really good inside because I do a lot. I love what I do, but it just really warms my heart to know that others care and that I'm really making an impact on my community. I have a hand in a lot of different things on our campus. I love to do everything. Just everything seems fun, especially with robotics. I love to see our teams thriving. I helped us get sponsors this year. I've helped make sure that it's running smoothly and managing the teams. This year, we have a couple different tasks that we have to incorporate into our game or our robot. In a robotics team in a match, you have 2 drivers, a coach, and a human player. I love getting to meet the other teams and getting to make connections, and it's just really fun. Other projects that I've really loved is my Cookies for Cancer Patients project and my work with the cancer patients at the City of Hope, former Cancer Treatment Center of America. I've volunteered there since 3rd grade. I love it there. I love the patients. I love the staff, the people, and it just always makes me happy to see them smile. I love to see how amazing of an impact we can make on our community and making our world a better place.
I'm really glad that the City of Goodyear is doing this because we have so many incredible youth, and it's a great thing as a community to recognize the kids that we have and what they make our future look like, that there's hope.
Wow, what an incredible look at such an amazing individual. Hannah, could you please come on stage and join Mayor Pizzillo?
You know, with young people like Hannah, I know our future is set, of our future leaders. So that's great to know. Whereas Hannah Mack has demonstrated tremendous commitment to the City of Goodyear, and her service has made a positive impact in the West Valley. Hannah has generously given of her time and talent to many organizations, and her hard work is an inspiration to all who have the privilege of working alongside her. She has been passionate about her work with cancer patients and has volunteered at local cancer hospitals since the 3rd grade, undertaking projects consisting of 100 items or more that are delivered to the patients and their caregivers, as well as to the doctors, nurses, and staff. Whereas she's received the Silver Girl Scout Award for her involvement within the community. She has raised over $15,000 to personally donate Girl Scout cookies to cancer patients and hospital staff. And whereas Hannah has elected by her peers at Canyon View High School as the robotics team president for 23-24 season, where in the short time she has been in the office, she has secured $1,500 in sponsorships, led community outreach efforts, recruited new robotics team members, and organized the first robotics competition team. And whereas Hannah organized a partnership within the Key Club and Feed My Starving Children to host a mobile park at Canyon View High School to pack over 100,000 mini-pack meals produced by the FMSC organization. The packaged food is their donation to carefully select mission and humanitarian organizations worldwide. She has achieved a weighted 5.2 GPA and balanced her time well by excellent and heavy course load filling with advanced placement classes and participates in various school and community activities, including National Honor Society. The Science National Honor Society is a College Board scholar and RILA Leadership Program delegate, and whereas beyond her academic excellence, Hannah is a charismatic individual who is respected and liked by faculty and peers. She is a well-rounded individual who clearly enjoys a challenge. Now, therefore, be it resolved that I, Joe Pizzillo, Mayor of Goodyear, Arizona, do hereby proclaim Hannah Mack on the 2023 Youth of the Year for her dedication and service to the city of Goodyear community. And witness, I have set my hand and caused the seal of Goodyear, Arizona to be affixed to this 8th day of February 2024. So they can get a picture over there. You got it? Would you like to say something, Hannah? Sure. Go ahead. Right here.
I want to thank the city for honoring me with this award. It's a more positive impact onto the world. And I want to thank you, my teacher, Mrs. Inman, who spearheaded nominating me for this award, and all my teachers who supported her. So thank you.
Stick around. I'm going to take some pictures of you and your family afterwards. Here you go. And we have a frame one for you as well, okay?
Thank you, Hannah, and I can just only speak that we had a ton of very eligible candidates for that first ever Goodyear Youth Award, so very well received and just a great acknowledgement for the youth in our community here. So with a few final remarks, I'm going to turn it back over to Mayor Pizzillo.
You know, I'm very grateful for our residents who so graciously give their time, volunteer for our city. To me, that's one of our biggest assets in this community. They work thousands of hours, save the city hundreds of thousands of dollars annually. We could not do all we do in the city without these individuals who step up and get involved and give back to their community. As we look to the future, we welcome and encourage our residents to get involved in opportunities to weigh in on our shared community vision. The Goodyear General Plan, which is one of the most important documents that our council relies upon to guide the vision of our city, will go forward to the voters on a special election ballot on May 21st, 2024. I encourage our residents to take the time to become familiar with the plan and turn out and vote on it. We are building a community that offers the services and amenities that our residents want while saving us from the trouble of having to travel elsewhere for medical services, to dine, shop, or enjoy entertainment. We want our residents to have the convenience of accessing everything locally. As we would look to the future, I am optimistic that Goodyear residents will truly experience an enhanced quality of life as we continue to build a complete community. I am committed to Goodyear's safety and prosperity. Our council and staff will continue to work hard to retain exceptional characters of our community. Henry Ford once said, "Coming together is a beginning, staying together is progress, working together is success." We know that we can accomplish far more and far better when we work together. Whether it's collaborating with another city, as we do right here, partnering with the community stakeholders, that's what you all are, or joining in our regional effect, we are always working towards ensuring that Goodyear remains a great place to work, live, and raise your family. As I like to say, it's a great time to be in Goodyear. Again, thank you so much for your partnerships and for joining us today. We truly are working together to do more, and it's my pleasure to share our vision of Goodyear with you and end with having a great day. Take care.